simply a CMS tool. So it's a CMS tool. We have a lot of tools of the CMS. Here you see, you guys heard about the WordPress that is used for developing the website, and for every for developing one website or the application, we have to iterate one life cycle. Okay, that is SDLC, software development life cycle. So but inside this life cycle, they provided some of the tools. Okay, there we don't need to be create the content manually. They provide all of the things, and that is CMS, content management system. It provides one graphical user interface. That means these are nothing but the graphical user interface, like WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, Crown Peak, Tradion. These are the graphical user interface, and one of the our AEM is also. So it's introduced by the Adobe. Okay, it's not introduced by the Adobe, it's introduced by the CQ company, their software company we have. Okay, the before that in 2000, it was created by the their software company, and they name it CQ. Later that Adobe acquire that CQ, and they change the name from CQ to AEM. Okay, now this is called as a CQ, is also called as a AEM, and also AEM is also called as a CQ. Sometimes they will call you a CQ, and sometimes they call a AEM. Okay, so and why we are using this, AEM? Because of it's very, why AEM is demandable, because of its use for creating a revenue generating website. If I give you one task, and there if I told you, see, I have one website. Okay, so some of the website I have, and I need to write the business logic. Okay, I have to write the business logic for this. So how I can do it? Okay, so for that we can use the Java, CSS, okay, and the HTML. These are the things we can use. Otherwise we can perform one SDLC life cycle, and it will maybe take more than 1 year. If it is like that, then it will take more than 1 year. So I don't want these types of time. Okay, I just want to finish this application within 1 month or the 2 months. So for that we can simply go with the AEM. Why we are going with the AEM? Because of all of these things is already provided. That is called as a out of the box. That means inside our AEM, whatever we needed for developing one website, all of these things are already created. That is called as a OOTB. That means out of the box. All of these things are already defined, and we just simply need to use it. Okay, and that's why we are using AEM. This is the first, and it's provided by the Adobe, and we already knows that Adobe, it's not only have only one software, it has more than one software. So if you need any software, it will very easily integrated. Okay, so here we have one campaign we have, or if you want to connect with the campaign, it can easily connect. So we don't need to be worry about that. Such types of APIs they already created. Second thing is, it's very flexible and friendly environment to the content author. The thing is, content author is a different thing, and developer is a different thing. Here when you are coming in a AEM, here we have options of the content author. That means it will come and enter the information only. It will come and enter the information. Okay, and that's called as a content author. That means some of the content that you are entering to some interfaces. That means this is the first name, this one is the last name, and here this guy is a content author. Consider this guy is a content author, and it's coming and entering a data. That's called as a content author. Okay, this is the thing. So it's very friendly and flexible environment, because all of these things are the GUI. That means it's already created. We just simply need to go there and try to uh, uh, write the information. Just like we have a content author, and he is responsible to write the content. Later that, oh shit, later that it provides a lot of utilities. That means out of the box, we already discussed. Out of the box, that means all of these things are already created. That means developer, okay, we don't need to be create the manually. All of these things are already created, so we can reduce the efforts of the developer. After that, it's very easy to learn. I'll show you how we can very easy to learn it. And later I already told you, it was integrated with the Adobe other clouds. So Adobe have not only one application, it has more than one applications, and if you want to connect with that application, you can simply integrate such types of API and the GUI they already created. Okay, and the thing is, don't need to be read it, I'll tell you. So this is the AEM, and it's allow content to publish across the multiple channel. That means, now I'll tell you, it's saying directly reusable. So when you are creating one content, here this is the content that you create, one application or anything that you created. Now if you want to transfer this application to a third party, just like here we have a JSON, here we have XML, or here we have some other applications like Amazon or something else. So if you want to transfer this content to some third party, you can easily do it. Why? Because of such types of API we already have. By using that, we can easily transfer from one instance to other. That means one application to other. Okay, so this is the thing. And what that concept name, that is called as a content fragment, or you can say it's a experience fragment. Okay, so when you are returning by using this concept, when you are writing some information, this information we can easily transfer in a JSON, XML or third party applications. And we can say it's a drag and drop interface. That means simple for the content authors. That means, see, I'll tell you now. Now tell me, for creating one application, if I'm going some on the internet. Okay, now this is my website, and inside the website, if you are going to see, this is nothing but the header. Okay, this is nothing but the header, and inside the header he added the navigation. This is nothing but the navigation. So first of all, what he created first header. Okay, and inside the header he added some component just like a navigation component. Here at the right side he added the navigation component, and after that here we have a search. That means it also present inside our navigation component, otherwise it's a different component. So this component he added inside our header. Okay, later that once you are done with this, here we have a body. See, this is the first image. Here we have a card, and this card is nothing but the teaser. In AEM we can call these things as a teaser. So these are the teasers. See, images, and later that this one is also teaser. Here this is nothing but your button. When you are clicking, you are going somewhere. Okay, so that means this is nothing but the button, and width and height, I think it's a width is 100%. Okay, and after that here at the end we have a footer. See, this is nothing but your footer, and inside the footer he added some information. These are also components. See, I think it's a social media component. It's not a social media component. Okay, this is the image logo. Yeah, so this is the footer, and inside the footer maybe he added the teaser without the image. Without image he added the teaser. Otherwise it's a text. So if you want to create these types of things, it's not an entire website. Inside your website they added some components. Okay, so we already knows that this is the header component, and inside the header we have a navigation, and this one is a body. This is the image component. These are the teaser component. So we already knows that when we are going for developing some website, what we need a component. So how we can develop that component? Okay, so first of all, and if you are considering that all the things, that means one container is there, and inside the container we are adding this all the components. That container is nothing but the page. Okay, so first we have a page, and inside the page we are adding a lot of components. So that page is nothing but also a component. Okay, the thing is, we don't need to be create that all the stuffs. That stuff is already created, that all the component is already created. It's out of the box, we don't need to be create. we just simply need to use that thing. Okay, so how I can see where that all the thing is created. Okay, so if I'm going in my CRXD, first of all, when you double click, so I'll show you. See, inside my D drive, I have created one AEM folder. Later that here I have a two instance, that is author and the publish instance. What does it mean by the author and the publish, I'll tell you. But for see, so if you want to see these types of UI and this CRXD, that all is running on port number 4502 here. Okay, and for running this port number we need something. Okay, we have to on something, and that is nothing but the jar file. So when you double click, these types of interface will open. Which types of? These types of. Okay, when it's on and it will show the time, that means your AEM is open. Now you can easily hit the request. Like if I'm going here and if I'm trying like localhost 4502 and hit enter, that time what is coming? That interface is coming and they are asking for the username and the password. Here we just simply need to add admin and the admin and just simply sign in. When you sign, your home page will open. This is your home page of your AEM. Okay, so how all of this thing we can see, and from where we can download this. So no worry, I'll provide this jar file now on the drive. You can just simply go there and the download it. Okay, so and what does it mean by this CQ? So I already told you this CQ is a before name of your AEM. So whenever I want to open the jar file, you have to write the CQ dash, later that this one is my author instance. Okay, what does it mean by the author? So simply when you are sending a request, no, see, so we have a two instance. One is a publish instance. Consider this one is our publish instance. I'll directly show you. Okay, so when user coming, so where first of all where user come? Okay, so user come inside your browser. Okay, why, what you are creating? You are creating a website. So if I want to see your website, so we have one option, that is browser. We have to come in the browser and we have to send the request. So right now I'm sending a request, anything. So this is the request that I have sent it. So when I'm hitting enter, how it will work? Okay, so the thing is, first of all, user came in the browser. Okay, is trying to hit the some information. Okay, some request is trying to hit. So first of all, that request, all the stuff, all your stuff, that means whatever you created by using the AEM, that all the thing is stored in one instance. Okay, so if you created one information or the application by using a AEM, that all your information stored in one instance, that is nothing but your publish instance. Okay, so this is called as a publish. That means all the stable and the latest whatever you created by using this author instance. Author is only for the developer. Okay, it is for the developer to create, manage, that means perform the CRUD operation on a website. If you want to perform some create, read, update, delete operations on the website, or if you want to design or the create the website, you can simply come in the author instance and you can create your website. Once you create your website, later we have to publish. Where we have to publish? In a publish instance. No worry about how we can publish, we will see. So we have only one button. So whatever the content that you created, okay, so how we can create the content? This is your website. We have some of the component is automatically created. We just simply drag and drop it. We are dragging from the here, and this is my page component, and here we have to drop it. Okay, so once you create this website is stored in the author instance, and here we have a one button of a publish. When you are clicking here, it will directly come inside your publish instance. Okay, and all the latest and the stable version is already stored in the publish instance, so user can easily request to a publish instance directly. Okay, so when it will request like this, so it will indirectly come in your publish instance. But before publish instance we have one server, that is nothing but the server, and inside the server we have one module that is dispatcher. Okay, and why we use for the dispatcher? So simply it is used for the security. First of all, it will use for the security, load balancing. Okay, and third one is a caching. Okay, so consider now your request is not a good, or your request have some of the things like it's not a good, and it will, if you are trying to hitting, okay, so maybe this data is not a safe. So for that, that dispatcher will not give you the permission to go inside this publish instance. So it will not give you permission, it will not allow to just go inside the publish. So it will deprecate, that means it will not give you the permission, it will reject from here only. Okay, and it will not go in the publish, it will directly, okay, so it will not give you anything result. Yeah, second thing is the load balancing. So if you are hitting more than one request, and if you want to balance the load, okay, then you can simply use this dispatcher. Okay, and the caching of the data. So when you are requesting first time, when first time that you are requesting, okay, you got the result, again you are trying to requesting publish, and the same process again it's following. Okay, but we hit it more than one, now we want the result quickly, so it will cache that result, that dispatcher, it will cache this result and it will give it to you quickly as soon as possible. Okay, till now anyone have any issue, guys? Hello?
No, bro.
Okay, it's no. Yeah, this is the thing. Now I'll show you the interfaces how it will work. So when you are requesting here, we have to sign in, and once you are signing, here we have options of the developing something. So these are the options that I'll tell you later. But if you want to see your website, how you created a website and where we create, so if you want to see the website how you created, you have to just go inside the sites. Okay, so just come here inside the sites, and later that these are the websites. See, so I have created this website automatically, so it came. Now I'm going inside this en, I'm just trying e and searching it, I'm opening, what it will open, here you see how I open. Just come here, and if you want to offset, if you want to open this en website, you just need to edit it, otherwise you can simply type e. So instead of that I have prepared to type e, so I have typed, so it will open, it will take some times first time. Okay, so this is the website that I have created. Okay, these are the things that I have created. So here you see, here we have a header, here we have a navigations, after that here we have a teaser. See, this is nothing but the teaser. So this is the website that I have created. So where I have created this website and how that all the data is rendering. So if you want to create the website, for that we have one platform or one id that's called as a CRXD. Okay, content repository extreme development environment. So here we have a its stand is here, that abbreviation you can come here and see. But the thing is, this one here we can write the java, but the thing is they will not provide any java things. Okay, they will not provide the hand use way for writing java, so we can integrate the CRXD with the java very easily, that means id. But then why we can create the CRXD? Okay, so here the concept is, if you want to develop the components. Okay, so when we talk about the business logic, we knows that always we write the business logic in java, but when we talk about the front end parts, then we can take the help from the CSS and the HTML. Okay, but where we can write, so we can write business logic we can write in a Eclipse. Okay, but when we talk about the front end, no, so that front end part we can write in our CRXD. So where we can write, so you can just simply come in a apps, see your project. So here I have one project, here we have a components. I already knows, we already knows that if I'm going in the EN page, okay, here you see that first one, it's a main container, that is nothing but the page. Inside that, what I have created some of the things. Okay, like this is the hello world component, and inside that this content is coming. So that content, that hello world must be present inside this app. That's why that hello word is coming. So somewhere that hello word is here. See, yeah, this is the hello word, that is nothing but our hello word. And if I'm double clicking in this HTML, see, some of the code have written here. Because of that code, this en page is coming, it's rendering the content here. Because of this content, that all the content that you have written in the HTML, that content is rendering in your page. Okay, so this is the thing. And we know we will take one session for the components, and as well as for this application, that all the stuff for this. So till now anyone have any issue, guys?